Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I just had to recreate the other makeup look from the Coldplay music video of Beyonce's because it's absolutely beautiful. So to start, I primed my skin with my Makeup Forever matte finish primer just because her skin was super matte in this video. And then I'm moving on to the eyes, and I've got my MAC paint pot in the shade Soft Ochre. This is just going to act as a base for our eyeshadows, and it's just going to get rid of any discoloration that I have on my eyelids, and it just helps your eyeshadows last a lot longer. I'm then just taking a transitional shade eyeshadow, and this is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, and it's a really lovely soft brown, and I'm just taking this through the crease, and all the other eyeshadows are just going to blend into this. So this is kind of like a background eyeshadow. I'm then just taking this gorgeous eyeshadow, again by Makeup Geek, in the shade Bada Bing, quite like that, and just on a pencil brush I'm just focusing this on the inner and outer corner. So it's quite similar to the last look that I did with Beyonce from the same video, but the shades are just slightly different, but same concept. And this is just a really lovely deep brown tone with a little bit of sparkle in it, and then I am just blending this out softly, but I'm still focusing it in that area. With a look like this, you just kind of want to keep building it up and blending it out until you kind of have the depth and the intensity that you want. So as you can see, I'm just building it up, blending, and then I'm just joining it up through the crease really slightly. And then just using this really beautiful pigment by MAC in the shade Old Gold, I'm just pressing this onto the center of the eye. So again, a really lovely spotlight eye, similar to the last tutorial. And then we're just going to blend the inner and outer corner shades into it, so it's nice and soft and diffused, and we've got no harsh lines on the eyes. And you can see I'm just going in with a fluffy blending brush to make sure it's softly blended out, but you still have that really nice intensity in the center of the eye. And then I'm just taking a black eyeshadow, and this is Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and I am building up that depth and intensity on the darker areas of the eye, and this is just going on the inner and outer corners, using a pencil brush once again. And then just going in with a blending brush once more to make sure it's nicely softly blended as always. And then I'm just taking an eyeshadow, again by Makeup Geek. I absolutely love their eyeshadows if you haven't noticed already, and this is in the shade Latte, so it's a nice brown tone. You just want to take this through the crease and a little bit above it so that we can see a little bit of a brown hue coming through. And then moving on to foundation, I've got my Makeup Forever HD foundation stick, and this is super easy to apply, and it gives you a beautiful flawless base. And I'm just applying this all over my face, and then I will just be blending it out with my Real Techniques buffing brush. And honestly, this foundation is applied so easily and so quickly because it just blends like an absolute dream. And then to conceal and highlight, I've got my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm applying my Urban Decay one first. And this is quite full coverage, so I'm applying this underneath my eyes to cover up those dark circles, and I do like to fan it out a little bit as well. And then I will go in with my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, just to highlight a little bit underneath the eyes. And then I'll also be using the same concealer to go down the bridge of my nose and also on my forehead, just on my cupid's bow, and on my chin also. When you're drawing out your highlight, you kind of just want to imagine an upside down triangle, and that should help you a little bit. You just then want to blend all of that out, and make sure that there are no harsh lines and it's all looking flawless. Then to set these highlighted areas, I'm using my Mercier translucent setting powder, and this is just going on the highlighted areas only, just because I feel like it works super well on literally every skin tone, and it's really nice and lightweight, and it doesn't get cakey underneath the eyes. So yeah, that's going underneath the eyes, on the bridge of the nose, and also on the forehead and Cupid's bow and chin, so anywhere where I have highlighted. And then just to set the rest of my face makeup, I've got my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Medium Dark, and this is just going lightly all over the rest of my face, so I really like dusting of this. This gives your skin a really nice natural matte finish, so not too cakey and matte, but just really super natural, but taking away any excess shine. Then moving back onto the eyes to complete them, I'm taking a Kohl liner, a black Kohl liner, and this is MAC Feline, and I'm taking a really thin line just across my lash line, and this is just to make the lashes appear slightly fuller, because Beyonce, like in the other look, really didn't have anything going on with her lashes whatsoever, so just a really thin liner along the root of the lash is perfect. And then I'm taking another Kohl liner, but this one is great for me as I am a contact lens wearer, so I can wear it on the inside of my eyes. It's a Sephora one, and this is just going on my inner waterline, and I'm taking this on my bottom waterline and my top waterline as well, so also known as tight lining. It can be a little bit uncomfortable to do, but you just want to wiggle it around and make sure it's nice and dark on the inside of your eyes as well. And then just using a soft pencil brush just to smudge out some of that liner that is on my bottom waterline, just so that you get a bit of a smoky lower lash line. And then you'll just be going back in with a black eyeshadow just to intensify that on the lower lash line. And again, we want it to look really nice and smoky, and kind of a little bit worn in on the lower lash line as well. For mascara, I've got my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and you really don't need a lot of this, just one nice light coat to your top lashes and bottom lashes as well. Like I said before, Beyonce really didn't have anything going on with her lashes whatsoever, so this is a great mascara to achieve quite a natural look, but obviously if you did build it up, you can create thicker and fuller looking lashes, but this is a really good all-purpose mascara. Then for bronzer, I've got my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deepest, and I am just taking this in the hollows of my cheeks just to warm up my complexion a little bit. And I'm also just taking this onto my temples as well, just to bronze up my skin a little bit further. For a really subtle contour, I am using my Maybelline contour kit right here, and like I said, a subtle contour. Beyonce didn't really have too much of that going on whatsoever, so I'm just taking it really lightly through the hollows of my cheeks and just onto my temples also, and then I'll just be contouring down the sides of my nose to slim it out a little bit. For highlight, I've got my Becca and Jaclyn Hill highlight in the shade Champagne Pop, and this is just going to go on the top of my cheekbones and also just down the bridge of my nose. Beyonce definitely had a really gorgeous highlight going on, so that is why I've applied quite a bit just to the bridge of my nose just to match up with hers. And then for blush, I've got my matte blush in the shade Peaches, which is a beautiful peachy, quite a natural shade, and this is just going to go on the apples of my cheeks and above my contour slightly as well. Beyonce did go a little bit heavy with the blush, so I did too, and to be honest, I like a heavy blush. And then for lips, I've got my MAC lip liner in the shade Chestnut, which is a really lovely dark warm brown tone, and I'm lining my lips with this first. And when I line my upper lip, I like to start from the outer corner and work my way in, because it gives you the appearance of fuller looking lips. And then just to fill it in, I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Vamp, which is a really nice deep burgundy tone, and I feel like her lips were a mix of a burgundy and brown, so I went back in with the lip liner just to mix the two shades together. And here is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe and share if you did. And it's all about cultural appreciation. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!